Hey guys, so in this video I'll show you how to upgrade your PC from Windows 10 to Windows 11 step by step, and and we'll make sure your computer meets the requirements, turn on the right BIOS settings, and then install Windows 11 safely without losing your files. Alright, so first press the Windows button plus R, and then the run command is gonna appear. Type ms info and press enter. It's gonna take you to this new window. Look for secure boot state, and if it says on, you're good. If it says off, don't worry, we'll fix that in the BIOS. Let me show you real quick. Here's what I mean, but don't worry, we'll fix this in the BIOS. Alright, so now step 2, we're gonna restart the PC. Over here. We're going to restart the PC, and we're going to keep tapping delete until the BIOS opens. Alright, so where's delete? Alright, so since there's no delete button in the 60% keyboard, we're going to try FN and backspace. Okay, let's see. Alright, there we go. So, we're in the BIOS. Alright, once you're in the BIOS, press F7 to switch to advanced mode. Alright, if you have an older PC like my brother, go into BIOS features and find these options. Secure boot. If it says enabled, change it to disabled. Disabled. And secure boot mode, leave it at standard. It's fine. Alright, after that, let's look for CSM support. It's not in this page, but it's often under a section like boot, BIOS features. Well, we're in BIOS features, so it's not here. Or advanced BIOS features or startup options. So let's look for that. Alright, so I couldn't find the CSM support there. So I'm gonna try something different. Some of these older Gigabyte BIOS versions, like my brother's computer right here, hide the CSM or secure boot options depending on how they detect the drive or GPU. So I'm gonna troubleshoot it on video here step by step. So I tried going into the peripherals tab in the BIOS, where CSM sometimes hides on older boards, and I tried to look for something that says like CSM support or compatibility support module or legacy USB/video boot support /boot support. If I still didn't see it, so I went back to BIOS features to see if there was something like Windows 8/10 features, and to kind of set it to other OS or Windows 8/10 WHQL, but I couldn't find it. Probably it meant that my brother's motherboard just doesn't support secure boot, which fits if it's older, especially if it's using something like Intel 3rd or 4th gen CPU. So basically, I tried to see what model the motherboard is, and it usually says it at the top of the BIOS screen, like if, for example, GAZ87HD3 or something like that. That way you can tell exactly where it is or confirm if it's not supported. But it didn't fucking say it in the BIOS, so I booted back into Windows, and again, I'm gonna press Windows key plus R. Okay, Windows plus R. Again, we're gonna type that. I'm gonna press enter. And in the list, we're gonna try and find baseboard product and baseboard manufacturer. That's the motherboard's name and brand. So let's, oh, sorry, that was my phone. But yeah, we're gonna find that. Alright, here, we found baseboard manufacturer, and we found baseboard product. Okay, so my brother's PC has the Gigabyte Z87X UD3HCF motherboard, which is an older Intel 4th gen platform, Haswell. Here's the thing. Secure boot says unsupported. That's normal for this board, even though the motherboard has a UEFI BIOS. The Z87 chipset on older boards like this does not fully support secure boot, especially if the board thinks it's running a legacy boot setup. That's why here in MS Info 32 it says unsupported. Now, compatibility support module, CSM in other words, on Gigabyte Z87 boards like this one, CSM is usually inside the BIOS features, but sometimes it only shows up if certain Windows 8/10 features settings are changed. On some older revisions, it might be hidden entirely, and if you can't see it, it's probably just not available for the board, or the board is treating the boot as legacy automatically. And Windows 11 requires secure boot and TPM 2.0, and this Z87 board doesn't have TPM 0 by default, and secure boot support is basically missing. Even if I find CSM and try toggling things, the board still likely won't meet the official Windows 11 requirements. But here's the bottom line. This motherboard can officially run Windows 11. I could technically do a workaround install. There are registry hacks to bypass secure boot and TPM 2.0 checks, but it's not supported, and some Windows 11 features might break. But I'm gonna try and do a step-by-step Windows 11 bypass install method that actually works on older PCs like this. It's what people like me do when they want to upgrade unsupported hardware. But for now, this is a fail attempt.